Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I want to say first and foremost, my name is Rosalind and I talk about all things health related on this channel. And I want to thank the people who have subscribed because the subscriber numbers have definitely gone up. And so I have to say thank you, thank you, thank you for that. I am long overdue for giving you an update on my CT cardiac scan score. So I went for my CT cardiac calcium scoring, and I have to say it was eye-opening. I wasn't sure what to expect, but learned a lot about myself and how the methods I've been using to get my cholesterol down have contributed to my cardiac scoring. So let me give you a little background into this cardiac scoring thing. So what you usually do is, this is how it usually happens. You go to your doctor and they say, well, your cholesterol is kind of high. And then you say, well, is there any tests I can take to see if it's affecting my heart in any way? And then your doctor will say, well, you could take a CT cardiac scan and you'll probably pay out of pocket $150, but we'll be able to see what's going on with your vessels in your heart, your arteries, and see just how much hard deposit is in your arteries. And so that's pretty much how the conversation went with my doctor. So I'm going to tell you my score, and then I'm going to tell you what's a good score. So, to give you a little background, I have always had problems with my LDL. I've always fought to get it down with diet, exercise, the whole shebang. The one thing I have always been against is getting on statins, and I continue to not be on a statin. I continue to try to find ways to get it down naturally. So, because of this, I've been going back and forth with my doctors for years regarding my health, and it's been a struggle, and it continues to be a struggle. I can get it up, I can get it down, but I'm always messing with it to try to get it the best that it can be. And that includes making sure that my HDL is high, which it usually is, and that my triglycerides are low. So because my ratio is good, I've never really worried about my LDL. And for the most part, a lot of my doctors in the past have not worried about it either. So now I have another doctor back in New York, and I have a new doctor, not so new right now, but I've been with her for maybe a year almost now. And she's very thorough, and there's a lot of things I like about her, but there are some things that I do push back on, and it includes being on a statin. Once again, she likes pushing people on statins, and I will definitely push back and say, no, let's try something else. So our conversation did go along the lines of, let me try calcium score and let's see the calcium scan score and see how that is. So when I went to get the score, I'm looking at the screen and my calcium score was a 27. It was a one lesion in my LCX artery. Don't ask me what that means right now. If there's anyone that's watching the channel and will explain that, that's great. We're going to just keep this at a high level here. We're not going to, get too deep in the weeds because, um, yeah. But my score was a 27. So, what is a good calcium scan score? A score of 0 means no calcium is seen in the heart. It suggests a low chance of developing a heart attack in the future. When calcium is present, the higher the score, the higher your risk of heart disease. A score of 100 to 300 means moderate plaque deposits. It's associated with a relative high risk of a heart attack or other disease over the next 3 to 5 years. Now, a score greater than 300 is a sign of very high to severe disease and heart attack risk. So that's when they're probably really going to be like, hey, you got to get on a statin. So, what does my score mean? So, 11 to 100 means some plaque. It says you have mild heart disease and a mild or moderate chance of heart attack. It says your doctor may recommend other treatments in addition to lifestyle changes like statins. But my HDL is high, and my HDL helps to remove deposits, cholesterol deposits from my artery walls. And also my triglycerides are super low. So I'm good. And when it concerns exercise, I've pretty much exercised pretty consistently 5 to 6 days a week since April. So I'm glad that I'm doing that. But of course, my doctor still wants me to see a cardiologist just in case. Da 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 da. She goes, there's other things. I'm like, yeah, there's always other things. So I'm okay with seeing a cardiologist, but I was seeing a cardiologist before her and he did absolutely nothing for me. Zero. It was just a waste of money to me. And but if you send me to somebody that's good, that's going to do something, fine, but don't waste my time. I haven't made that I haven't made that appointment yet, but yes, I probably will at some point just to be on the safe side because I'm all about making sure I'm okay, but I just tell people I have certain limits and the statins are my limits. So I will be sharing my journey with you on figuring out more in depth what this score of 27 means besides, not having a high risk of having a heart attack anytime soon. So I just wanted you all to kind of know what my CT cardiac scan score was because I did promise you an update on that. And I was happy to see 27 because good Lord, it could have been 100. And considering now that I don't eat a lot of meat and I'm really watching what I'm eating lately, and I think my doctor, her thing is, this score more so shows the plaque, which is the stuff that's not going away, versus the soft plaque that could still be in your arteries. So for her, she just wants to be sure, which I understand. She's the doctor, that she wants to make sure that I'm really okay, and that's fine. And I love proving her wrong. But I'm okay if I'm wrong. But I need all the information I need. And I tell you all this because you should have all the information you need before you feel like you have to be on a statin. I get a lot of people that reach out to me and they're like, oh, my LDL is so high, or my total number is so high. Ignore the total number, focus on the individual numbers. Focus on your LDL, focus on your HDL and your triglycerides. If your triglycerides are high, you want to get those down. If your HDL is low, you want to get that up. And if your LDL is high, you do want to get that down. But more importantly, look at your ratios and make sure that your ratios are within a parameter that is acceptable. And it actually tells you on your test, it should tell you on your test what that means. Talk to your doctor, make them explain things to you. Don't just take things and just kind of walk away because a lot of the questions that some of you are asking me, you really should be having these conversations with your doctor and saying, what does this mean? I don't understand what this means. Now, sometimes they will tell you the truth and sometimes they won't because their ulterior motive is to get you on a statin. And like I say, there are some people that definitely need a statin, but there are some people that could take their life, and their health into their own hands and do better. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm keeping this short. I try to keep my videos a little short now. I try to just give you the information and keep it moving because I got some other videos for you. And I don't like long videos. I just believe give you the information and let's go with it. But if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below like you always do. I always engage with you all. And if you have a question, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to answer you. Even if I don't have the answer, I'm going to find the answer. So, let's keep the conversations going. And if you have any questions, as I said, put them in the comments below and we're going to chat about it. So my next video, I'm probably going to be talking about, actually, I just thought about this. I have another product that is actually keto based because I do some keto things, even though I don't do a keto diet. There are some things that are actually really good for you on keto. Like if you want like a particular bread, like I just found this bread from Arnold's that is high in fiber and high in protein and it tastes great. And I've been making sandwiches from them because I've been craving sandwiches lately. It's very weird, but very healthy sandwiches. Been putting spinach on them and all kind of stuff. And I'm like, if I'm not going to eat vegetables the way I should, I'm going to shove it onto my sandwich. So yeah, so I'm going to be coming back with that. And I am also going to be talking about this uptick in people having heart attacks at the age of 50. It's really scary. And a lot of men, especially. And I'm going to be talking to a lot of you who are younger because I've been having people reach out to me that are younger. Even though the average age of the people who reach out on my channel are around in their 50s on up, there are a lot of people, this heart disease and coronary heart attacks and stuff, these things start when you're younger and they build up. They don't just come aboard when you're 50 and you start having problems with your cholesterol, with your diabetes, with your blood sugar in your heart, and high blood pressure. These things usually start sometimes in your 30s. And by the time you get in your 50s, they're rearing their head. So we want to get ahead of this. So if you have younger people who you know aren't eating right, tell them that this is the beginning. This is the time of your life you need to be paying attention to these things. But we're going to address that in another video. So until the next time, please take care. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye.